Award of Women Leaders in Medicine from the American Medical Student Association for being a source of inspiration and leadership and support for the medical students that she teaches. Every single day, this woman provides vital sexual and reproductive health services and comprehensive sexual education to women, to men, and to teens. And she works to ensure that the rights of all individuals to manage their own health by providing medical services, education, and advocacy. Please welcome to the stage Susie Prabhakaran from Planned Parenthood.
Good afternoon, Women's March. What an amazing crowd. What an amazing way to spend a Saturday afternoon. I can't think of a better way to do it. As Amy said, I'm the Vice President of Medical Affairs for Planned Parenthood of Southwest and Central Florida. We have 11 health centers here on the west coast of Florida and in Central Florida. We serve over 40,000 patients every year. We provide them with birth control, with STI testing and screening, with sexual health education, and yes, we're going to say it, safe and legal abortion. So, when reproductive rights are under attack like they are now, what do? Yes, we stand up and we fight back. So that's what we're going to do today. Thank you all for being here to do that today. So I just want to assure you, you may have heard some rumors, but Planned Parenthood is not going anywhere. Our doors stay open. We know that the majority of Americans, including the majority of Trump supporters, support access to health care at Planned Parenthood and support access to safe and legal abortion. But there are some in Washington and Tallahassee who want to block patients from getting care at Planned Parenthood. And I know, and we know, that the people that they will hurt the most are the people who already struggle the most. People of color, people in rural areas, people with low incomes. These are people like my patient, Flora. Flora is a mother of 3 who lives in Immokalee. Transportation is difficult for Flora, but she was able to see us at Planned Parenthood because we have a health center in her community. And she was able to afford the life-saving pap smear she needed because she got the kind of help that some people in Washington and in the Florida legislature want to take away. We diagnosed Flora with precancerous cells of the cervix. Those cells, if left untreated, can develop into cancer. We were able to treat Flora, and today she is healthy and cancer-free because she got care at Planned Parenthood. We at Planned Parenthood believe that health care is a human right. It shouldn't matter where you live, how much money you have, or what you look like. You deserve affordable, compassionate care. If Congress blocks access to health care at Planned Parenthood, it will be a national health care disaster. 1 in 5 women in this country have turned to Planned Parenthood for care. You just can't replace Planned Parenthood, no matter what they say. But we face potentially one of the biggest fights in our history. Poll after poll shows that Americans support federal funding for Planned Parenthood. And we need every single one of those Americans, including you, to stand with us now. Are you with us? Yeah! All right. So to stay updated on the fights that we're facing here in Florida, I need you all to get out your cell phones and text FL Pink Out to 864-237. Again, that's FLPINKOUT to 864-237. If you didn't catch that, we also have an awesome table over there with wonderful volunteers who can give you that information as well. But regardless, we need you. When they try to shut us down, we will rise up. Our doors stay open. We will provide care no matter what they do. Thank you for standing with Planned Parenthood.
The next person that's coming up, she's one of my favorite people in Florida. She is a great friend, but she's also a fierce advocate. She advocates for you people all the time, and you may not even know it. She's advocating for voters and for the environment and to get corporate greed out of politics. She works for gun safety, and she works for the advancement of women in every move that she makes. She's the president of our local League of Women Voters. That's how I know her. But she's been on the state league's board for nearly 7 years. This woman's a doctor, a psychiatrist. She's a forensics expert, and she's one of the smartest people I've ever met. Welcome to the stage, Dr. Julie Kessel.
Well, that's quite an introduction. Thank you. Hello, St. Petersburg! What an awesome crowd. Thank you all for coming out today and for inviting us to be part of this incredible and historic event. I'm here today to talk about violence against women and gun safety. But we are here to seize this day. Okay. Every 9 seconds, a woman in the United States is the victim of domestic violence. Every day, 3 women are murdered by their sexual partners. 2/3 of them are murdered with guns. The League, born of the suffragette movement in the 1920s, is no stranger to the good fight. We know that patriotism does not mean obedience. When our voices are stifled and our freedoms eroded, we do not stand idly by. The leaders in our new political climate use fear, intimidation, and aggression to garner power and control. And where misogyny, sexual hostility, and sexual assault are also modeled by our powerful leaders, there is no doubt that women will bear the brunt of this new reality. But be assured, we will not stand idly by. Gun violence is the most literal threat to women today. A woman is 500% more likely to be murdered by an abuser when he owns a gun. And when she is killed, her children, law enforcement officers, and others may die as well. Domestic violence, often a gateway behavior to catastrophic aggression, was the precursor to Sandy Hook, Pulse, and the Fort Lauderdale airport massacres. We cannot stand idly by. In the wake of the Pulse massacre, the League formed the Florida Coalition for the Prevention of Gun Violence, a nonpartisan group of more than 120 diverse organizations and tens and thousands of individual voices. Our elected officials, many bought by the NRA, refused to enact common sense gun laws. 5 dangerously expansive gun laws were just introduced in session. Senate Bill 140 by Senator Stubbe basically allows guns open carry and everywhere. We did not stand idly by. We worked with 4 Florida legislators to introduce common sense gun bills this session to ban assault weapons and high-capacity magazines and to expand background checks. When the victim of domestic violence decides that she will not take it anymore, she is in great danger. But she is also powerful, hopeful, and free. We must stand with her. Exercise your power, St. Petersburg. Visit, write, and call your local legislators. Oppose and resist expansive gun laws and those allied legislators. Fight for common sense gun laws and support those legislators that put their reputations on the line to stand up for us. Get educated. Visit our red tent over there. Volunteer and join the League. But most importantly, make your voices heard through the power of your votes. St. Petersburg, we do not stand idly by. We seize this day. Thank you.
You want to talk about seizing a day. The young woman I'm about to introduce to you is going to provide you with some inspirational song. She is an 8th grader at Sanderlin IB World School right here in St. Petersburg, Pinellas County. She is a young singer with a great attitude and a great voice. Here is Tindani Musingwa.
Good afternoon, St. Petersburg. Please join hands and sing We Shall Overcome with me. We shall overcome. We shall overcome. We shall overcome someday. Oh, deep in my heart, I do believe that we shall overcome someday. We shall stand hand in hand. I invite you to come join on the stage and hold hands. Sorry. No, please. Okay. We'll stand hand in hand. We'll stand hand in hand. We'll stand hand in hand someday. Oh, deep in my heart, oh, I do believe that we shall overcome someday. We shall live in peace. We shall live in peace. We shall live in peace. We shall live in peace someday. Oh, deep in my heart, oh, I do believe that we shall overcome someday. We shall all be free. Every one of us shall be free. We shall all be free. We shall all be free. We shall all be free someday. Oh, deep in my heart, oh, I do believe that we shall overcome someday. We are not afraid today. We are We are not afraid. We are not afraid today. Oh, deep in my heart, oh, I do believe that we shall overcome someday. Let's sing it together. We shall overcome. We shall overcome. We shall overcome. We shall overcome someday. Oh, deep in my heart, oh, we do believe that we shall overcome someday. Thank you, St. Pete.
What a girl! What a girl! Unbelievable. We got all kinds of unbelievable people here, though, and that includes every single one of you. Every single one of you gave up your Saturday to come out here and be a part of civic engagement. And again, y'all, this is just the first step. We are going to count on you to keep it going, keep it going. Yes, and here to lead us in this movement is another fast and furious feminist. She's the past president of the National Council of Negro Women St. Pete Metro Section, where she worked fiercely toward its mission to develop competent and courageous leadership among African American women. She's a longtime member of the Pinellas County Housing Authority, where she works for fair housing and affordable housing for everyone. She served on the Hospital Foundation and the Fine Arts Museum and all kinds of things that we depend on. It's why we live, is for these things. It's things that we need. And no matter where she is, this woman is an advocate for women, children, and families. Please welcome Angela Rousson.
Good afternoon, St. Petersburg, Tampa Bay area. I'm so excited to be here, and I'm happy to bring greetings from the National Council of Negro Women here in St. Petersburg, your hostesses for the Martin Luther King Jr. Leadership Awards breakfast every year. So it was wonderful to come behind someone who led us in We Shall Overcome. Women have cast more votes than men in every presidential election since 1964. So for candidates, are we a force to be reckoned with if they want to get elected? Voting access is critical to fulfilling the nation's promise of equality and ensuring that all citizens, regardless of their race, gender, or ethnicity, are able to fully participate in the democratic process. Dorothy Height, an unsung hero of the civil rights and feminist movement, and a beloved past president of the National Council of Negro Women, who, by the way, will be honored with a postage stamp next month. She is widely credited as being the first person in the modern civil rights era to treat problems of equality for women and equality for African Americans as a seamless whole. In 1971, she even helped to found the National Women's Political Caucus with Gloria Steinem, Betty Friedan, and Shirley Chisholm. To continue that legacy, I am honored to stand with you today. Like Dorothy Height, I believe we hold in our hands the power once again to shape not only our own, but the nation's future. Of particular importance for women and people of